What's good, everybody? It's been a while. This is Theo from Theo's Pets. Let me turn this fan off here. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. So I know it's been a while, guys. Actually, a few months, really. But as you can tell, there's some differences here in the room. I got a racked all the snakes, which means we had to disassemble everything in here in its entirety. Had to take all these shelves down because the way the tanks are situated, a lot of them actually won't come out of the shelving without disassembling said shelving. And so it's just been a minute. We had some issues with equipment. My computer went down in the programming. It's just been, wow. It's just been an interesting couple months, guys. But I've got a lot of exciting things to catch you up on in our world here of Theo's Pets. So let's watch the intro. I'll go grab one of our new ones and let's get to catching up, shall we? Alright, so first we're going to meet Cashew. Cashew here is my new breeding female. We got her from Crested Cuties. She is a lavender dark base with really high white sides. Look at that dorsal. We're crowned. We've got fringe and kneecaps. And overall amazing structure. We are just a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. We have paired her with Apollo, who is the Pangea XXX from the Father's Day unboxing video. If my cards are working, I will clip it here. They weren't working a few months back, remember? So hopefully they're working now. But I'm expecting some really nice color contrast babies from these two. He's got that really nice dark base that fires down into lav with the bright yellow striping, making those Pangea XXX saddles. So I'm hoping with her cream and high whites and also that same base coat lavender to dark base patterning, we're going to have some gorgeous contrast babies. So, and then the crowned is one of my favorites. So what's up, mamas? You gonna say hi? She's such a sweet girl. She's a little nervous, but she does really good with me. She's warming up to my wife now. So what's up, lady? So I have a couple of babies I want to show next. But before I start grabbing them, there's one that, let me see here. Yep, it's kind of a wild child. I got them from a pet store. They weren't handled much or taken very well good care of. And we've been working on handling, but they hide inside the pool noodle I have in there most of the time during the day. Normally the light's all on in here, and me talking startles them. They don't come out. They normally only really come out and venture when it's just me in here quiet in the morning. And I have a picture of them though. I will put it here. They are a light cream base with, they're a light cream base with really nice big dow spots on the back of their butt and up towards the top of the head. And it looks almost like a quad stripe patterning coming in the side. I don't know how much you can tell from the picture. I don't quite remember what the picture I have looked like off the top of my head while I'm recording right now, but either way, it's a pretty baby. I really wanted to hold on to him for a dashed project, but I ended up getting a different dashed. So I'm thinking about putting this one, the one you saw the picture of, on the market. So if anybody is interested in that baby, feel free to let me know or hit me up in a private message. Gorgeous, gorgeous lizard. Just, I now pretty much have duplicates. I got one through a rescue too. So one will probably be going up for sale soon. So let's go ahead and get Miss Cashew here put back away, and I will grab one of the calmer babies to show you. I think we're going to start with the other pinstriped, or not pinstriped, excuse me, dashed stripe dorsal there. Husa, brain fart. Okay, we're going to start with the other baby with the dashed dorsal I was talking about there. So let's go ahead and say bye, Miss Cashew, and I'll be right back. Come on, ladies. Alright, So this one here was a PetSmart rescue. The PetSmart up the road from my house here, almost every time I go in there and they have a crested gecko, I end up buying the gecko. They really just don't. The humidities are off, the substrate's off. They have them under really bright heat lamps. It's not a good scene. So anyway, so this one, which I thought was a Halloween when I got them from the PetSmart, because I guess they're fired up from being so stressed out. They were jet black with that orange and white. They've got the white frill, which is a trait that I am working with personally. They've got that gorgeous dashed pinstripe, or dashed dorsal. I don't know why I keep saying pinstripe. I'm sorry, that dashed dorsal. We've got white lip, nice portholes. And when I got them home and got them in the proper humidity, they got some food in them and calmed down and fired down, I realized that they're actually, it might be kind of hard to see on the camera, but they are this olive toned cream color that I can't really explain, but they remind me, it's like a Christmas lizard, honestly. You see a lot of green, some muted like gray to black in there, and then it fires off with these whites and oranges. Personality wise, we are awesome. After the first day they got home and calmed down, we decided that we love the dads. We actually love coming out and hanging out. This was the only one that doesn't jump much. They honestly just like to walk and play the hand game. So I still need to name this one. So this one and the brindle I'm going to show you now. If you guys want to help me name, give me some suggestions down below. And then the one that I didn't show you, the crazy one I'm thinking about putting up for sale, I might name them and keep them. I haven't decided yet. They're honestly a gorgeous, gorgeous lizard, and they're getting there. I work with them in the mornings, like I said, handling them. And they're honestly getting very tamed. It's just the traits that they have going for them are stuff that I already have in my collection of littles to work with later. And I'm worried that I'm going to end up holding on to too many smalls by the time all this is said and done. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention, I've got a new hatchling. We'll talk about that too. But the other thing, this one is, most of the lizards in my collection have Dow spots. I love Dow spots. I love high patterned Dalmatians. I know that's an unpopular opinion in the market right now. Everybody's all about those patternless Dows, super Dows, but I don't know what it is about high patterned crested geckos with Dow spots, but the Dow spots just absolutely set it off for me. Especially when you start getting into the colors, playing with the different patterns and color schemes going on with the lizards themselves. Like, for example, I have a lavender, tan, like cream tan, orange and white, like a quad colored lily white with black and red Dow spots. And just when you start looking at the distinction of the colors of the spots over the patterning going on, it's just absolutely phenomenal looking. And I just honestly don't understand why that's something the market's frowning upon right now, but it is what it is. In my opinion, I'm making gorgeous lizards, so hey. But this one here does not have Dow spots. That's another reason I'm thinking of holding on to this one as opposed to the other dash pinstripe there, because I think that makes only 3 in the entire collection here actually that does not have Dow spots. So I do need a couple of projects going without spots, so this one here may help with that. Well, let's go get you put away, and you want to say bye. And next I'm going to show you guys the brindle. Alright, so I'm going to preference this with brindle. Crested geckos have honestly never really caught my eye now. I mean, I've seen some pretty ones, don't get it wrong. I just don't know what it is. It's never been something that's really caught my attention until this one here came along. They've got, whoops, we got on the microphone. Come here. Come on. Thank you. Alright, there we go. There's a good shot of them. So they're very, very light. The dorsal is cream colored. The base pattern is almost lighter than cream, but not quite white. So it's kind of hard to see the brindling in them on camera from at least this little screen I can see. However, They have a reverse pinstripe. They have some of the most solid fringe and kneecap that I have seen. The way the dorsal is broken up is also interesting to me. Come here. What you looking at? You're about to jump on my camera again. And then if you look at their sides, it's almost a harlequin type patterning under that brindle with multi shades of white. I'm trying to see. Oh, hold on. Alright, we're back. But it's almost multiple shades of white leading up into that harlequin patterning on this side. Almost quad stripe, at least on the one side here, not so much on the side that you guys can see. But this was another PetSmart rescue. Once again, the PetSmart up the road, not to throw shade, just doesn't, especially their crested geckos aren't necessarily the best taken care of. So, but this one I would have gotten either way. I'm super excited to work with this. I'm hoping, so the dash pinstripe I showed you on the other one, I've got a couple going on with the dash. I'm hoping maybe if everything sexes out right baby wise, this mixed with that dashed pinstripe, just for that crazy dorsal patterning, and hopefully a reverse pinstripe there too, be phenomenal, just gorgeous. So let's get this little one put back. Now this is another one I need help naming, so if anybody has any suggestions for this pretty little brindle here, just let me know down below. So why don't you go ahead and say bye, and I will go get our new hatchling. Alright, so we're still waiting on the second one, but we have our first hatchling from the second set of the XXX eggs, Calypso. I will card the video here. So we lost the second set. The first set, I'll post the video, and then the second set we lost, they were over calcified. Now these also seem to have that same calcium issue I'm talking about. It's like an extra layer of calcium covering about a third of the egg, and it becomes hard and rough. So I ended up upping the humidity quite considerably after they hit right at the 60-day mark to loosen that up a little bit, and lo and behold, we popped this baby here. So hopefully I figured that calcium issue out. Now this one here is phenomenal. So size wise it's giant. It's about the size of the 2-month-old not clutch mates, but same mother and father pair. So we have what I'm hoping is going to stay that Pangea XXX dorsal. You can see the color of the base pattern going through the dorsal, which is what we are looking for. The other thing is the giant dow spots. We are covered in gigantic Dalmatian spots and some little ones on our legs and tail and the back of our head. You gonna say hi, little girl? You gonna say hello? We're super friendly, we're super brave. If you can't tell, I think they're about to jump on the camera. So come on. You want to show everybody off? I'm gonna show you spots. So I'm waiting on the second. Whoa! Wow. Okay. I'm glad I had that on camera. We did an entire flip, caught ourselves with our tail, and popped right back over. So yeah, did that one. That's already. We've chilled out a little bit. So we're waiting on their clutch mate to hatch. The other egg's still in the incubator. I know they say normally about 2 days. If the other egg's not hatched within 2 days, you normally have issues. So fingers crossed we have 24 more hours. But this little one here is happy and healthy, and definitely is going to stay a holdback, which means that one of the Pangea XXX pairing babies I hatched from that video I just linked will be up for sale here soon. So if anybody might be interested in one of those, let me know. I should actually say, since those videos, they've lost all of the red and have become pretty much light lavender, and one is cream, I do believe. You know what, let me go put this little one away. And then what I'll do is I'll grab the other two hatchlings, their clutch mates, and we can compare real quick. So let's hold on 1 second and say bye. Alright, so for comparison reasons, the first hatchling I'm going to show you is this one. This is the one that actually looks closest to the brand new hatchling that we just looked at. When they were small, this one was also that same deep red. They have the same completely through dorsal, which will hopefully pop those XXX saddles. They don't have anywhere near as big dowel spots, but they do have probably quite as many dowel spots. This one actually looks like it might be shaping up to be a high-walled harlequin from what we can tell here. But more so what I'm talking about is let's look at how the color washed. So it started off with that deep red. Now mom is like a gunmetal gray, just gorgeous base tone of just slate gray. And she fires up black. And so I'm thinking that's where this gray tone from these little ones are coming from, and I'm wondering if it's going to lighten back up to that and then keep. So the dad was a Halloween XXX, and I think that's relevant for the other baby, and I'll explain that part when we get the other baby out. And so the yellows and tangerines we're seeing here contrast really well with that gray base from the mom. And I'm hoping as long as the colors keep developing that way, that's what we're going to get, is that gray turning to that darker slate gunmetalish gray. And then those yellows, creams, and oranges from the Halloween dad, just really popping and contrasting. So let me grab the other baby and I'll show what I'm talking about relevance to the Halloween with the tangerine on that baby. It's fluorescent. I've been reading up on it, and I honestly believe it's like a highlighter gene or like a C2, and but it's visually present on this one. And I know it was used to make Halloweens depending on which line it came from. So let me get them out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you gonna say bye, little one? Say bye. Alright, so here's the other baby. Now I'm hoping that glowing orange will show up decently well on the camera. I've noticed when I try to take pictures of it on my phone, not necessarily the best. Let's see if I can get some more light on here and see if that'll make a difference. Hold on. But the dorsal on this one is not completely broken all the way through. It's more swoops. But the reason I've been holding on to this one is, once again, the color of the tangerine. It glows, and I really think that is a visual representation of some type of highlighter gene or an exaggeration gene of something. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. That's just speculation and from what I've been reading. And it had some decent sized dowel spots. Sorry about that, my battery died. I think, if I remember correctly, we were talking about the glow on the pattern in here for this, the tangerine. Oh, we're talking about the dorsal. So the issue with this one is, though it seems to have that exaggeration gene or whatever showing, making that orange literally like glow, it's like fluorescent looking. The dorsal on this guy is not quite what I'm looking for, so what I'm really hoping to work with is the XXX trait. I don't know what it is about that I honestly enjoy, but it's just visually, that patterning is phenomenal to me. And so this guy, unfortunately, even though his dorsal is awesome with these weird like rounded swoops in it, will you look at the camera? The base color doesn't go all the way through the dorsal, which is one of the key indicators of the XXX trait. So I'll probably end up putting this one up for sale on the market. So if anybody is interested, please let me know. The reason I was really holding on to them was, like I said, that exaggeration trait, but they also have some pretty hefty dowel spots along them. So structure-wise, they are phenomenal. We've got good looking frills. We've got pretty decently thick neck and dorsal. We've got a nice thick tailstock there. We eat and poop like a monster, so that's one thing, knock on wood, I've not had any issues with, especially with the Cresteds. Have been feeding. We've got everybody eating very well. Most everybody, with the exception of the one, is doing really good on the handling, and that one's doing really good on handling when they're out and available to get, but they are asleep inside the poo noodle, and for me to shove things in there and try to push them out is more stressful than it's worth. So, but this little guy or girl here may be going up on the market soon, so if anybody's interested, please let me know, message me directly or down below, and I'll get to you first before I list them on Morph Mart if you might be interested. But realistically, I kind of hate to see them go. This is my buddy, personality-wise. This little one is phenomenal. So they got stuck in the egg, and so I actually had to rip and help them hatch, and they jumped out, jumped on me, ran all over me, and we've just been tight ever since. So I'm really hoping this one goes to a really good home, because this is an awesome little baby. So I also need to do a video on, so I did the one Strudy's video, which I will card here. I ordered some more stuff from them for one of my geckos with a couple of special needs, and I want to do an update on all the things I've been using. I did an unboxing video of the second order, and I also did a whole clip. He just got married. Congratulations, and I hope your marriage is going awesome. I know it's been a few months now. And I actually did a whole video clip giving him a congratulations on the wedding and all of that stuff. And while I was editing that video, that's when my system all went haywire. My Wondershare programming crapped itself. I don't know what really happened there. Had some issues with the camera. I lost everything on my SD card in the process of this. Just everything I was working on and with just literally just blended itself into oblivion for a minute. But we're starting to get everything back on track now. So what I'm hoping to do is get this out, and then within the next week or so I want to go and shoot and talk about the Strudy stuff that I ordered and do a review on all of that, like I told him that I would a couple of months back, because honestly it's working out phenomenal, especially for the gecko that needed it, without spoiling too much for the video. But we have a gecko whoever I got them from is missing toe pads, and having trouble climbing walls. And so these food dishes that I got from Strudy's, which go on the ground, but it's not just a, you'll see in the next video. Come and check it out, because it's awesome, and I definitely suggest you guys getting some of these for your own geckos. So this is Theo, this is hatchling number 2, and you guys have an awesome day.